Costa was, in a sense, more an icon than just a doer of tasks. He did tasks, but just by being himself, by being what God, the person, the human priest and Jesuit that God designed him to be, he embodied within himself what that moment of Jesuit history, especially here in the Philippines, was meant to be. Everybody recognized the brilliance of his mind. Perhaps people from outside the country recognized it better and evaluated it better. He was a great writer, a moving speaker. He was one who could touch hearts and bring them an understanding of what he was embodying, of what he was bringing as his contribution to the society and to the church. No?
But De La Costa realized that problems are very, very deep and very profound, and that can only come through study and through careful analysis. I was told by the people who know Father De La Costa, one of these disciplines in his life was his desk in his room when he was staying in the Jesuit. It was very clear. There's nothing in it. There was just a sheet of paper. And every morning he would spend 2 hours a day writing before even he ate breakfast. Because, study, scholarship is not something that will come naturally. It's like getting good at basketball, getting good at ballet, getting good at anything. You have to do it every day. If you think you're going to become a writer because you've already spent 3 years, 4 years, 5 years writing your MA thesis, you will not become a writer. You will become a writer, you'll become a scholar if you do it every day, so that your mind is always curious. You're always thinking of what's there. You don't take things for granted. You don't just say, oh, they did this already in the past, so we'll do it again.
Father De La Costa was steeped in his ideals, uncompromising with his ideals. Because he saw with his own foresight, with his own wisdom, he saw things that people perhaps didn't see. He was advanced for his age. And that's balanced with not just the ideals. There are people who are too idealistic, their feet are not grounded anymore. But De La Costa was ideal plus experiential plus concrete. He's also a humble person, a person with deep faith.
And everybody remarked how simple and unassuming he was. There were never, walang ere, as we would say. He was just one of us.
There are some writings that say he could have been a senator, he could have been, the big person, president or whatever. But that never attracted him. Deep down there was something that was for the mission.
Brother Reuter tried to who knew him quite well as a friend, summed him up as the gentle genius. And he said he loved his city, he loved his people, he loved his land. And doing this, he loved his God.
That's Horacio de la Costa.
Yeah.
Boy, he was the best writer the Philippines ever had.
Horacio would best be summed up in those words of St. Ignatius. He was really and truly a friend of the Lord.
My dear friends, it is your fate to reach manhood and womanhood at the peak of a crisis, perhaps the greatest and most momentous the world has ever known. It is a total crisis, one which will affect you at every level of your lives and will penetrate to the very marrows of your hearts and minds. It is a crisis in the literal sense of that Greek word, that is to say, a judgment. It will strip away from us all the soft, comfortable defenses with which we cushion ourselves against the shocks of life. Our little vanities, illusions, self-deceptions, and prove, as by fire, of what stuff we are made.